Hi, this is Aaron with Great Jiu-Jitsu Stuff again. I wanted to give you an update and give you some information on some basic striking that works with the triangle guard that I've already explained to you in my other videos. In self-defense, we have to realize that there is no preparation. You're not in a ring, you don't know you're going to be in a fight most likely, you didn't have time to wrap your hands with tape, put in a mouth guard, put in a cup. It's pretty much as you are. And so there are a couple of things that you have to take into account that aren't really necessarily good for sport. One thing is when you punch someone in the face with a closed fist, there's a really good chance that you'll break your hand. The human head is very much like a motorcycle helmet. And I wouldn't want to punch a motorcycle helmet. Okay. There's even a fracture that if you go to the hospital after the fight and you show them your hand, there's a specific type of fracture called a boxer's fracture. They'll know you punched somebody. Okay. So there's a couple of things that we do for when you're hitting the head in self-defense that you may want to consider. Now there's some targets on the head that are very important. One of them is directly behind the eye. You put your finger there, you'll feel a little dent. It's right here. The other one's right here on the side of the chin. Right there. It's what boxers call the button. The other one is the bottom of the chin, upward like this, and the other one's directly below the nose right there. Now, first of all of these are going to come from your triangle guard position. Okay, you're not. These are two of these are circular strikes. You're not doing this. You're going here, straight forward, almost like you're trying to drive a nail into a wall. The first one is a hammer fist technique. You're striking with this surface. Okay, you're not punching like this. There's nothing wrong with these punches other than the possibility of damaging your own hand. You're striking with this surface. The first one, you're here defending yourself. You're in your guard position, and this comes straight from here, following a straight line from here to the target in a hammer fist to right, boom. And the target is this dent behind the eye. So you're here and it's bam, it's straight back. Now what this most likely, what we're hoping will occur here, because if anybody's ever watched a boxing match, people get hit in the face all the time, don't fall down. What we're hoping will occur is a couple of things. One, this is the thinnest point of the skull, and it's really the only point on the surface of the skull where it's concave, it bends inward instead of outward. It's the weakest target on the skull. What we're hoping will happen here is that their head will rock to the side and maybe turn. And it'll do it quickly. It'll boom. Okay. This may, not only that, but there's a lot of nerves there. And so it's very painful. It may also cause them to momentarily lose vision as the sensory overload gets expressed as visual information in their eyes. What we're really hoping for is that this will upset their balance enough that they fall down, and possibly even cause their head to whip hard enough that they get a concussion, which is the cause of knockouts. Knockouts are caused by your head moving back and forth quickly and your brain rattling around inside your skull like a bean inside of a can. So that's the first strike, and it's from here, and it's an inward strike, like a hammer fist, like this, to here. Okay, this could very reliably knock someone out, or certainly make them think twice about attacking you. The second strike is very similar, and it's also a circular hammer fist strike, but it's to this spot right here. Okay, it has a similar purpose. Excuse me, causing the head to rock to the side. There's also a lot of nerves. You can also jam the jaw, either sideways, maybe dislocate it. That would be very painful, or possibly upward, transferring all that force up into the head, causing a concussion as well. So this causes the head to slam to the side. It's very much like a boxer's hooking punch. Cause their head to, boom, right there. Cause their head to slam to the side, and possibly score a knockout. Definitely make them think about what they're doing. The third strike is a palm strike. Now, as I said, punching with a closed fist directly to the face is very dangerous on the street because you may break your hand. And you might knock this guy out, but maybe his friend is there. Okay. Open fist strikes, on the other hand, where you actually contact like this, very, very strong. You can take it, you can slam your hand like that. You can slam your hand like this against a wall. You can slam your hand like this against a wall pretty much all day and not be more than uncomfortable. Okay? But if you were to take your fist and punch it directly against a wall all day, that would suck. All right. So the third strike is actually upward, and you have to be very close. And you're actually going to come straight upward. I'm going to turn sideways here. You're going to come straight upward underneath their chin. And you're trying to knock their chin up and their head back. See what I'm saying? You're trying to get their head to go back. Now, when their head goes back, I'm going to step forward a bit. Step back. When their head, you're trying to strike just like this into the chin. Make their head go up and back. When your head goes up back, you notice that your spine locks. And if it goes far enough back, you lose your balance. And you very possibly fall down. It's good to make the bad guy fall down. Okay. Not only that, but once your head and neck hits the back of that range of motion, once again, hopefully their brain will get rattled around inside there and they'll get a concussion, they'll pass out. Also, there's a good chance that their mouth will be open because most punks are loudmouths and mouth breathers, right? And they might be yelling, they might get excited, they might be breathing through their mouth. And this will very possibly slam their mouth shut. You may break a bunch of their teeth, and that additional shock may enhance the equation. Also, simply by continuing up and over with the strike, boom, up and over, you may simply push them down, and that might be enough. The fourth strike is one that there's a lot of myths about, and it's directly to the bottom of the nose, upward. A lot of people think that this shoves their nose into their brain and kills them, and it doesn't. What's going to happen is it has all the effects of the previous strike, but what happens is if the nose is broken, there's a lot of blood. You could have concussion. They fall down the same way. They may hit their head on the ground again, and they may choke on their own blood. Anytime you hit someone in the head, there's a chance you may kill them. So you have to be careful. All right? So practice those from your triangle guard. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'll see you next time.